Yeah. Numbers.
Boys. Half a dozen boys.
Baker's
6 boys.
dozen boys.
6 boys.
12 boys. 13 boys. A baker's dozen of luscious, unctuous boys.
Glazed donuts, boys. Krispy Kreme donuts, sign, lit.
Don't forget to glaze your boys. Don't forget to glaze your boys.
Jelly-filled boys. All right. We are...
Cream custard in my boys. A cream pie of the boys.
Okay. I think the boys are stuffed now.
Let's introduce ourselves to the boys.
Double stuffed, triple stuffed boys. Welcome in Wine Boys Podcast, where you can find us on social
Oreo
media.
Boys.
All right. Okay. They are not a sponsor. They are not a sponsor.
Cut the check. Nabisco.
Nabisco. Doesn't Nabisco sound like you're angry? Like at a cookie? Like
Nabisco.
Listen, Nabisco. Nabisco sounds like a disheveled waiter at a French restaurant.
Yeah.
Hey, where's Nabisco?
Yeah, Nabisco. Yeah.
I'm smoking a cigarette outside. They always say to me to get the fondue out to people.
The fondue. All right. Let's introduce ourselves to the boys.
Boys, we're on social media at Wine Boys Pod. On Instagram and Twitter, most predominantly. We also have a Facebook page. Like that page. Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Before your aunties and your grandmothers like it.
Yeah. Because
they already do.
Okay.
They love the boys. Also find us on electronic mail, wineboyspod at gmail.com. Wine suggestions, instrumentals, any type of real trap shit you want to send our way, we will take it and we will giveth away.
The boys giveth and the boys taketh away.
And then they giveth back.
Yes.
We're like Robin Hood.
Yeah, shout them t-shirts, ho.
Yeah, well, first let me tell you about me, selfishly.
Okay.
I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. And I would like you to then also, once you're done following me and the Wine Boys and the Lord on social media, go to teespring.com/stores /the Wine Boys. Scoop yourself a sweatshirt. Buy yourself a t-shirt.
Ooh.
Get yourself a sticker.
Ooh.
Put it on your computer.
Ooh.
Buy yourself a Mac.
Ooh.
And get your mama something nice.
Hey. Ooh.
Like a Wine Boys sweatshirt.
Ooh.
Did I mention we have t-shirts?
Ooh. Christmas is coming.
Yes.
Christmas is coming, boys.
Yes, it is. And it's snowing here.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Boys, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Lord Gerald. On the Instagrams and the Twitters, that's Lord Gerald, spelled with an L-O-R-D. Otherwise, boys, you can catch me in the back of your local Cold Stone Creamery, pre-COVID, of course.
That's
it.
just sitting there eating a waffle cone by myself.
Alone,
thinking about, I could have spent my money on something else, but instead I got the what is it? Like it, love it. I got the gotta have it size.
Yep.
I sat there and I got extra gummy bears. And
I go to Cold Stone to feel welcome.
Yep.
That's it.
Not because I'm suicidal.
Nope.
Nope. Not at all.
They just seem excited when you show up.
Hey! Well, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Never gonna look at Cold Stone Creamery the same.
Nope, not at all. All right, boys.
I'm not gonna look at anything the same after this.
Really? Yeah, you're right. All right, boys, let's get into the shits. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. No, Daddy, stop. Unless you don't want to. Boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Which daddy are you referring to?
You know, the one that pays my bills, sends me on trips to Dubai every now and then.
Daddy.
Zaddy.
I was going to say.
Zaddy.
Zaddy.
The sponsor.
Daddy, can I go to Super Mario?
Yeah. The sponsor. He bought me
What is she, an
fancy
AA?
handbags.
She basically is an AA.
You know?
She's-
Yeah.
What is it? Sugar. It's like Sugar Babies Anonymous, SBA.
I love when you see those pictures of young men in the prime of their life with like an old lady like massaging her feet or some shit like that. And then, it's another young king getting his PS5
For
that
real.
he deserves. So,
I gotta tell you, I've been noticing that seems to be the thing on the internet right now, where just like men that don't seem to deserve
a PlayStation
5, they just get a PlayStation 5.
Of course.
Which again, maybe that's I was thinking about this a little bit, because maybe it has to do with the fact that like that person does so little, like maybe they don't have a job, or they're just like collecting unemployment still given the circumstances, and they just haven't really tried. But then like a week ago they just did something like really minute, and the girl was like, I gotta get him a PS5.
I gotta get him a PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's either that or...
He bought me flowers on a Wednesday.
Wow. What a great guy.
He spent $6.
Yeah. Are you gonna buy a PS5 like soon?
Once the whole
Hype
hype dies down, the holidays, they're gonna run that well dry.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna hear a couple people talk about like, oh, this one update sucks, and like somebody's gonna get mad about it, and that's when I'm gonna swoop in.
Yeah. 'Cause, honestly, for right now, I'm like, okay. First of all, it's super fucking hard to get one now.
And they're like virtually impossible.
Yeah, but that's how it is when they first come out.
Every console. I remember when the original Xbox came out.
Oh my God.
I waited 4 hours in line.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pre-ordered it.
Okay. But yeah, now like and people are fucking selling them on StockX and shit.
I saw the one bid on StockX was $1,400. I'm like,
no,
$1,000 more than what's worth.
I don't want it that much. I've
been an Xbox guy for a while actually, and I've only since looked at the PlayStation because I just remember when I really used to play video games, it was the PlayStation 2. Like that was it. That was the lexicon of my life.
Yep.
And I play a lot of PlayStation 2. But then I just look like the PlayStation exclusive titles so much that I think this is why it's going to take me back. I need some God of War in my life.
Okay.
I need some more The Last of Us.
I need some fucking Crash Bandicoot, bro.
I really do. I got to tell you, because I saw a trailer for like a Crash Bandicoot spinoff, and I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank,
that was
all
probably
that
the last
shit.
game I played was the newest The Last of Us on PS4.
So good.
It's really good. But is
tough.
it good enough? Even the new
I hate
the new
stealth games,
Spider-Man,
too.
the Miles Morales one.
Yeah, I've heard that's good. I haven't
on PS5. I haven't played it yet, but I played the last one on PS4. It's really good. It was really fucking good.
I think the last like superhero game I played was Arkham City. It was like that long ago.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's been a minute.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I just like I like the Batman Arkham City series. Those were good games.
But yeah, especially because like I don't know. I don't see a need to upgrade just yet, especially because shit. The product cycles on game consoles is so long.
Oh, it's forever.
Like you don't need to jump right in as soon as it comes out and like, oh, if I don't, I'll feel like I missed something. You really won't.
No.
You're not gonna. If you wait a year, like it's not a big deal.
I think really what everybody's wondering is, are the boys going to get on Twitch? And the answer is definitely maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think we should at some point.
I think you should start doing like
porn.
Not necessarily, just like semi-nude Twitch content.
Oh, like I'll just show off my belly button and I'll be like, who wants some of this cotton ball?
Right. Or you'll like, show up, like you'll be playing some game and you're like, hold on, jockstrap break. And then you like, yeah. And then you like, stand up, you like gyrate a little while wearing a jockstrap and then you turn around. Ooh, you cheeky man. And you,
you cheeky bastard.
You cheeky bastard. You just gotta give them a little sneak preview of what's going on,
the old sneaky peeky.
Yep.
All right.
The old peaky blinders.
Well, let's put some peaky blinders on some wine this evening because I am thirsty I am hurting for a squirtin'. And I could really like to put some of that in my mouth.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Good job.
Hey. You're doing really good.
Wow. Numbers. Okay, boys.
Stop it!
Shit. Well, I'm trying to
breaking ice.
I'm trying to break up. Trying to break up the ice. I'm sorry, boys. Hey, boys, a great pickup line for the uninitiated boys out there. We meet a young lady. Ask her, how much does a polar bear weigh? And she'll say, how much? And then you'll look her in the eyes and say, enough to break the ice. Hi, my name is Charles. So, boys.
It's always Charles.
It's always Charles.
Charles, Mike, Steve.
Boys, tonight we have wine. It is Mezza Corona Estate Bottled 2019 Pinot Grigio Trentino Doc.
What if it was like Mezza Corona, the second wave?
Yeah, Mezza Corona. Well, we're in the third wave right now. The country is. Yeah, look
at
the graph.
This is the third wave? Oh,
look at the graph. Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I've been trying to pay attention to zero politics and no coronavirus coverage.
Okay.
And guess what? I'm doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, everybody's calling it the second wave. But if you look at the graph, this motherfucker the third. But anyway, it is.
Is it rounding third? Like, are we heading home?
Prodato di Italia. So, boys.
It's a product of Italy and Italian.
Yeah. Mezza Coronavirus Pinot Grigio Trentino Denominazione di Origine Contronata.
Can you, like, not do that?
What?
To my Thai fam?
What?
Like, don't do that.
I don't speak Italian. Okay?
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Arrivederci. Mezzo Corona has crafted estate grown, hand-harvested, and sustainably farmed fruit from the majestic Italian Alps for over a century. Our expressive Pinot Grigio has bright aromas of white peach, semen, and honeysuckle, complemented by a juicy palate of pear and nectarine. A satisfying crisp and mineral finish transports you to a brothel in Spain, Trentino, with just one sip. Sounds good. So anyway.
Doesn't it? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out more about this brothel in Spain. Wonder what that tastes like.
It tastes like unfiltered cigarettes, I guess. I don't know. So...
burns my throat.
Is that a Lucky Strike?
Yeah.
I didn't know they still made those.
They don't.
Only in Asia, my friend. Only in the Philippines.
I was going to say only in the Philippines and Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. So tonight we have a twisty boy this week.
I feel like you walk into a casino in Thailand and that's all you get are just unfiltered cigarettes.
And lady boys pawing at you.
Lady boys pawing at you, like very, I would call them loose.
Mm-hmm. American, come here, big boy.
Loose slot machines, to say the least.
Yeah.
Where you like win your first 6 times and then you never win for the rest of the day. A lady boy who's just pawing at you.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Come here, big boy. So, anyway, this evening we have a twisty boy.
Ooh. Woo! Hey, ya.
Ooh, woo, woo. You ready?
And you woo, woo, woo.
Oh, fuck, what was that? Oh, the jupe fell. No. Oh, shit. You know what I didn't do? I didn't take a picture of the bottle. There we go. A little spill daddy. So anyway.
So you can take one later, now, if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it later. No, because it's still kind of foolish.
Yeah. Foolish. Palatial.
Want me to pause for a second while I do it?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Hey, boys, we're back.
Welcome back to the Variety Hour. We are here with...
wine. Boys.
We are here with esteemed writer Damon Sugarwood, who is here to talk about his new book.
Hold on, we have to review the wine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we got this Mezzo Corona. So
sorry,
we're back.
Damon will be right back with you in a moment. Mezzo Corona, the second wave, is a... there's no point scale for this wine. It is just simply a wine. It is a Pinot Grigio, I think it's Dolomite?
Dolomite.
Dolomite. That is my name.
Yep.
I believe it's the region of Italy it comes from, which it is. It's the vegan. Oh God, I'm not even gonna try this. It's Italy. It's Italy.
Italy.
It is taste characteristics. It's in the middle of bold and light. It's dry and bordering on acidic. You're gonna get notes of green apple and pear, which is very cognizant of any Pinot Grigio. Citrus and lime. You're also gonna get earthy honey notes.
Okay.
People also say they get lemongrass and lime as well. This is 100% Pinot Grigio, and this part of Italy is incredibly close to Switzerland. So it's good when it's cold outside.
Okay.
Because that's all they do in Switzerland is they ski. The Alps, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, that's enough of the pomp and circumstances.
Let's pop this. Let's put this one in my mouth, huh?
Yeah. All right, boys. It's okay.
It's bright. It's bright when you let it sit in your palate a little bit.
So like any Pinot Grigio, there's a light carbonation to it. That's the acidity. There's a weird aftertaste in it that comes out of your throat. It's almost urine, if I had to describe it.
I'm getting
I'm getting urine.
like day old urine, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a damp, like I stepped in a puddle.
How much you pay for this bottle? $10?
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah.
This is an $8.99. Yeah.
Tastes like it. So
it's
anyway,
dry, yeah. Oh.
fuck.
You okay? You doing okay?
It's the urine.
It's like that scene from Dumb and Dumber when the cop takes a swig out of the beer bottle and it's piss. Yeah. Get the hell out of here.
Yep. That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, there's a light.
Tic Tac, sir?
Definitely a Pinot Grigio cask and steel.
Hi-ya!
It's in my throat.
Hi. You know what you should do is drink more wine. It actually helps with the wine.
Fuck. Just Gerald makes annoying noises hour. Put a bye-bye. Boys. Ting.
Biggie Bobby Baby Bumper. Biggie Bobby Baby Bumper.
Yeah, not a
supple, slippy, slappy Swanson.
Now that I'm like took a sip, it's worse when I breathe in.
Don't breathe. Just don't breathe. Yeah, it's. I mean, I guess maybe I'm just refined and white, and I don't really mind this too much. It's not too bad. To me. It's not.
It's like this weird throat feeling I get.
Yeah,
after
it gets well. That's almost most Italian wine. It kind of has this like dry at the end of the palate.
No, it's
it's
thick.
A little bit. Yeah.
I'm not liking this.
No.
Why are you doing this to us?
Well, you did try to sell. You did try to make me drink spoiled wine a couple weeks ago. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Well, eat a dick. So anyway,
eat a fucking dick.
Anyway.
Why don't you get out your dick eating gloves?
I might as well. So speaking of dicks,
fork and knife and eating dicks.
Earlier we mentioned Thailand.
Yeah.
And I had to bring up this video I saw on an esteemed website, and it was two young British lads, maybe three. There was a few of them in a room. They're in a hotel room with what can be described as a lady boy. In Thailand, and one of them is like having sex with her, and the other two are just kind of in the room chilling. Everybody's naked, and the one is like, effing her in the A, and he just looks right at the camera, and he's like, "Oi, you go to Thailand? You gotta fuck a lady boy," and he's just going, and I'm like, man, like, what I loved most about the video was the camaraderie. between the friends. Like, they're cheering on their boy. He's doing his thing. I got next. Like, but they say it in British. It's just, you know, boys. Okay.
I really want to know where this is coming from and what you're thinking.
It was the camaraderie among the boys. Like, imagine you're back in college, right? Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, this is only a camaraderie that men feel with each other, typically in their late teens to early 20s.
Okay.
Because once you've gotten a little older, other things happen in life. You can't just dick around with your friends all the time anymore.
You can't look at Charlie the same way.
No. But typically, yeah. I mean, like, it's the same thought of the reason why you enjoyed college so much, or the reason why you got dudes with, like, 13 confirmed kills and get freaked out by ceiling fans. But if they were given the chance to, like, go back into the shit, they would do it. And the reason why is because the intense camaraderie that they felt with their brothers when they were in that moment. I could see that same intense camaraderie with these 4 to 5 British boys fucking a lady boy in Thailand. I could see that camaraderie.
I don't feel like I would have that camaraderie nowadays.
No?
Back when I was like 19 years old, if I was in Thailand with my boys, listen, in a not so distant past, we had some friends that had to make a decision, and they did.
Okay.
And some of them got greasy buttholes, and some of them had to listen. Wasn't a great decision.
Okay.
But they did it together. And that's camaraderie.
And they're bonded for life. Okay.
And that's good.
But could you see yourself,
like, when I was 19 years old?
You were 19, you're fucking a lady boy, your boys are in the room with you, they're cheering you on, you're all taking turns, you're riding on this bitch. Like, you guys are riding out on this bitch.
Yeah.
And you're all cheering each other on, you're high-fiving each other, like, yeah, you fuck her, like...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think you would too, though. I mean...
of course. I mean, at that point, like, and some people listen to this and they'll say, but Gerald, you're straight, and this lady is a boy, because it's Thailand, and, there is clearly a penis there while you're having sex with her. And to you, I say...
We're inclusive here.
First of all, boys, we're very inclusive here.
Yes.
Second of all,
we're very sex positive here. We don't kink shame.
Exactly. We don't.
We're inclusive of anybody. Anything, anybody.
Exactly.
Zim, zay, zer.
Second of all,
they, whatever you want.
Second of all, in that moment, it's not about the penis.
It's about the camaraderie.
Yeah. You're getting off on the strong bond you've developed with your friends.
And then you guys can get...
You might not even finish, but just the fact that this is a strong bond that you've developed. You've developed the same type of bond that Naruto has with Sasuke, okay? How he would go to the ends of the earth just to get Sasuke to come home. Come home, Sasuke. Come home. Okay? This is what it's about.
Okay.
I didn't become the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki for nothing. Come home, Sasuke.
You're throwing in a lot of stuff that I think half this audience is going to be like, I don't know what the fuck you just said, but it makes sense.
He likes anime.
Yeah.
So...
These are my kind of boys. Subscribe. Like, review, subscribe.
Anime boys. So...
I think it's... I get the analogy. I know where you're getting at. That you cannot find something that can bring 4 guys, boys together in one room at once than running a train on a girl in Bangkok
who has a penis.
Really nothing like it.
Nothing like it.
And the fact that it was taped and put on the internet is even better.
Oh my God, they were talking big shit too.
Big British shit.
They're big British shit.
I gotta tell you, I love watching... especially the Reddit forums that are just arguments with people from other countries. Like when Australians get angry and they use the C word like way more than us as regular people. And it's just like, oi, get away from my car, you fucking cunt.
You know, one thing I've noticed though?
Yelling at him. And it's just like, dude, he's yelling that in the street. And it's just like, that's just Australia. That's how they talk, man.
You know, one thing I've noticed though, because I've realized, okay, American tourists can be very annoying.
Especially when they go to a country that also speaks English. But, like, they speak English proper English.
Well, I'm saying when they go to a country that doesn't speak English, we can be super annoying.
Oh, God.
But
that's why I refuse to go to France.
I'm not sure if we're more annoying or, like, the Brits are more annoying. They are fucking annoying.
I've run into I had well, he wasn't really an exchange student. He was just here, visiting a friend, and this was 7 years ago, roughly. And when he drank, he was annoying. Like it was just like, and it was that same. Like Cockney broken English that you see in all the movies, and he's drinking. And he's like, "Oh, the fucking this goes Mike and I." And I'm like, "What did you?
What did you say,
Dude,
bro?"
Yeah, it sounded like one of those like pull string dummies, and it just like the batteries were dying, so it was like pulling the string, and it was like, "I get I."
Yeah, and the accent is so strong and it's so distinct. And here's the thing: is the Brits I'm talking about are the ones that
the fuck you think you are?
Yeah. Yeah,
you go walk in this pub
yeah,
and have yourself a drink
yeah.
without offering me something off the tip top ding dang. What?
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, tip top ding dang. I'm sorry,
Lucy. Yeah,
it's like Oliver Twist meets like the drunkest uncle in your family, and they just come together to create this like this superhuman of just drunken, disorderly, just
fuckery.
dipshit.
Yeah,
And it can't be stopped. It's a whirlwind of awfulness.
yes.
Just put together in one fairly pint-sized human being, usually, because the Brits are not very big people. I've met
I've seen some big
I've met
Brits.
3 British people, none of them over 5'10".
Okay,
Not big guys.
I actually went on a trip and met a British dude who was over 6 feet tall. And then I saw one of the members of their group weighed well over 200 pounds. I've seen some big Brits.
Big Brits.
Big Brits. I've seen some big. They come in all shapes and sizes. But yeah, they can be just as annoying as us. So don't believe the hype.
See what you're getting about the dry back end of the swine.
Yeah. It's like a urine.
It's kind of bready.
Yeah,
It's like yeasty.
let it out though. Do the sound. Do. Yeah. Let your tonsils free.
It's like one of the. It's like a. It's like after you get done throwing up, and you're just kind of sitting by the toilet, and you're just like, "Oh God, I hope there's no more."
I do deserve this.
Yeah. I did this to myself. I deserve this. Oh.
Yeah. Oh shit. So
You ever thrown up like every meal of the day?
Yes.
That's happened to me before. Where I've thrown up and it's like, oh, there's breakfast. Here comes lunch. Oh, there's dinner.
that was just water. Yeah, that's happened. Speaking of doing this to yourself, I did find a video on the internet. Well, I found an article on the internet that I wanted to share with the boys.
Okay, all right.
Okay. And boys, if you ever find yourself in a situation where a large sum of money is deposited into your bank account without your knowledge, don't spend it. And I'll tell you why. So this article is: a bank mistakenly put $120,000 into a couple's account. They spent it, police say. A Pennsylvania couple is facing felony theft charges after their bank accidentally put $120,000 into their account. And the couple spent most of it instead of contacting the bank, police said. Robert and Tiffany Williams of Montersville are also facing overdraft fees from the bank of about $107,000.
Yikes.
According to the criminal complaint filed in the Lyncoming County Magisterial District Court. In an interview with law enforcement, Tiffany Williams said the money was spent on an SUV, a camper, 2 4-wheelers, and a car trailer, among other things, according to court. First of all, before even seeing a picture of them, what's their race?
Oh, white.
100%.
Oh, my God. As soon as you said
2 4-wheelers.
So you said 2 4-wheelers and Tiffany. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Tiffany, an SUV, got a camper, 2 4-wheelers, and a trailer.
Taking Tiffany and the kids out on the boat this weekend.
Yeah. Think I'm gonna get a boat too, Tiff, eh?
Montoursville is like middle.
A pencil, like...
Dude, it's a stone's throw away from Williamsport, which is like where baseball was invented.
Okay. This is where Abner Doubleday created baseball.
Essentially, yeah.
Let's see.
That's where they have the Little League World Series every year. It's in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, which is literally in the middle of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Let's see. What does it say? Okay. The bank error occurred on May 31st when a customer in Georgia made a deposit of $120,000. And the BBT bank teller entered a wrong account number. When the customer contacted the bank to ask about the missing deposit, investigators discovered the funds had gone into Williams' joint account. The affidavit said, "Well, we can't comment on the specifics of the issue due to client privacy practices. We also work quickly as possible to address any issues, blah, blah, blah. We're continuing to work." Saying, okay, here's where it gets great. The bank tried to call the couple several times. When Tiffany Williams was contacted by the bank on June 21st, she said she no longer had the funds because she had already paid off bills, the affidavit said. Some of the money also went to pay bills for car repairs, and the couple gave $15,000 to friends in need of money, Tiffany Williams told investigators. Williams told the bank she would try to come up with a repayment agreement for the money owed, but the bank wasn't able to contact the couple after that June 21st phone conversation. The bank credited the correct account with $120,000 and debited the same amount from the incorrect one. Both Tiffany and Robert told investigators that they knew the money didn't belong to them, according to the affidavit. So... all I'm going to say is we took some bad legal advice from some people, and it probably wasn't the best thing in the end, Robert Williams told CNN.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, really, Robert?
So,
what do you think?
And they both got arrested for this. They were released on $25,000 bail. Wow. So, personally, I don't know how you feel, but...
I mean, it feels like white trash middle America if I've ever heard of it, right?
It was like, oh, fuck,
Tiffany, come in the
check. Look
at the bank account. I think we just hit the lottery. We didn't play the lottery. God damn it, yes we did. Like it's
we got $120,005 in our account now.
Well, we only had $5 yesterday.
Another $120,005.
Yeah, what do you think we should do? I don't know. Buy a truck, a big one. All right, sounds good. How about we get new tires for the camper?
We're rich.
How about we
get a truck and 4-wheeler and get one for you too. We're gonna get matching his and her 4-wheeler. Well, hey.
Yeah.
Then need a trailer to pull the 4-wheelers.
Got to get one of those. Got to get some new snow tires for that because it gets really, really, snowy around here in middle of nowhere USA of Pennsylvania.
And we need a camper too because we got to go camping.
Also, quick aside, before we continue this monstrosity of an event, there's a Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah, because there is. It's incredibly...
Isn't PA like completely landlocked?
Yeah, I think so. Why the fuck is there a Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania?
Maybe it's like a river. It's like a...
Yeah, there is a river. It's the Pennsylvania River, but it's... It's in the middle of the state. It's Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. That's everything you need to know about Pennsylvania.
Yeah, really. I mean, maybe it was claimed in the name of Snooki or something. I don't know. But
it's claimed in the name of the situation.
Yeah. The name of the situation.
And we have to... What if that's it?
Yeah.
I kind of want to look into this. It's just like, so this like city in Pennsylvania is just now named Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania because they just really like the show.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yeah.
Maybe Robert and Tiffany bought Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. Like they found the land, had it surveyed. They were just really big fans of the show, so they decided to settle it.
They contacted MTV. They're like, is there any way you guys can get like Ronnie to come and do like the ribbon cutting ceremony? Yeah. It's just like he's actually in jail right now. It's just like again. It's just like
he got into a fight with his girlfriend.
5th time, same girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in jail.
He's gonna be a role model for his kid. Keeps going to jail though. That's the kind of guy that is always talks about his like comeback story and never comes back.
He never does.
Where it's just like continue. It's just always like I gotta have a better relationship with my own father, and you know what? I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna be a better father for my daughter, and then he's in jail again.
Yeah,
it's just always
because him and his girlfriend got into an altercation. She bit him on the cheek. He slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Police were called. He's in jail.
He's in jail. Let's be honest. A woman's bite is essentially a punch. I mean,
oh yeah.
You ever been bit? I've been bit before in a fight.
I've never been bit before in a fight.
It was actually I wasn't even in the fight. I was actually just an innocent bystander, and I went to go like lock up the guy to pull him away, and the girl who was with the other guy he was fighting bit my hand, and
did it bleed?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
it was
shit.
like
She bit the shit out of you.
She bit the shit out of me, and I jump back. I go, rabies.
Yeah, that's what you got to be worried about. Though, is the bacteria in her mouth.
That's what I said. I said rabies, and I looked at her. I go, what the fuck? Why would you bite me? And she goes, it's my instinct, and I was like, that's a stupid instinct.
Yeah, you rabid bitch. Shit.
Yeah. You know, so I put a muzzle on her. I threw her in the trunk.
Yeah, just get in the trunk, bitch. You might give me trigonosis. So.
Trigonometry, gnosis, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So besides the fact that they are literally bordering Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania, these white folks reminded me so much of our fictitious family with Bill and Gary, who we haven't spoken about in a millennia. It feels like.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Now it feels like a time to really bring it back because Tiffany here. And was it Michael? Is that the hubby's name or the other guy?
No, Bill.
Bill. Oh,
yeah. Tiffany's married to Bill.
So
Bill has it's in the notebook right there. The whole Geary family tree is in there.
I was gonna say we have the whole.
We got the whole family tree.
Oh my god, we have to go back to the
whole
family.
Thing. So you got you got Gary, you got Bill, Deb, the bitch of an ex-wife.
How long ago this was?
GJ, aka Gary Jr.
Jeez. Hey, Geary.
Hey, Geary.
Let's see. There it is.
Yeah, that's the whole family tree. Yeah.
All right, here we go. So there's Bill, 48.
Yep.
We have to tell you guys. All right, now this I gotta tell you. So so the notebooks here. So this is back in 2018. We started the lineage of Bill and Geary.
Bill and
Geary's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
So Bill, 48.
Is now 50. Yeah, we'll keep him 48.
I was like, it's like The Simpsons. Nobody ages. So Bill, 48, is married to Deb or was Deb is the
bitch of an ex-wife. Yeah.
Okay, no age, just a question mark.
We don't know exactly how old.
I'd say Deb's in her mid 40s.
Yeah. Okay,
We'll put Deb question mark. It was
yeah.
Bill is now seeing Tiffany, 37.
Yep.
With an I.
Yep, Tiffany with an I.
She is was
a waitress
at a local watering hole.
Yes, until they discovered this windfall.
Yeah.
In their joint bank account, their joint checking account.
Okay. She has a son, Dale, 15. Dale might be gay. We don't know yet.
We don't know.
He's a closeted. We think he's some sort of closeted gay or just very introverted. He doesn't know exactly what.
Dale's trying to find himself.
He's trying to figure things out. He's 15. He's angsty. You know, he listens to a lot of Simple Plan.
We don't know.
We don't know. He could be one of those non-binary kids.
He could be.
He is one of those kids that has like 150,000 YouTube subscriptions because he just sits and stares at the selfie light and just talks about pronouns. Today, I'd like to be a hee-haw.
But nobody knows what Dale's doing in his room all day. He's just a quiet kid. Stays in his room, kind of sticks to himself, and that's it.
What if Bill just like snoops around the bedroom one day and he just opens up a portfolio of just like half naked men in just like very provocative poses, and then he's just like, okay, maybe he just likes to paint.
But I feel like Bill just like sees that. And then he just like closes it and he's like, not my kid. And then just like walks out of the room.
Not today, Satan. He just leaves the room.
This is not beyond my pay grade. Yeah. And just walks out of the room.
Well, someone's going to Bible camp.
Boy's going to have to pray the gay away.
We have to pray the gay away at Dale.
So
it's going to be one of those pamphlet conversations at dinner where he just like slides it across the table. It's just like, Dale, how do you feel about summer camp? And he slides it over and it's just like, pray the gay away.
The fuck is this?
The fuck is this? It's like, Dale, listen, I didn't want to bring it up, but seems like no better time but the present. I found the paintings underneath your bed. And it's just like,
Are you talking about my art?
Are you talking about my art?
Yeah.
All right. So then we have Gary, 45.
Yep. Gary.
Who is with Vicky is the ex-wife, right? Vicky is the ex-wife.
Sue is the new girl. Sue.
Okay, yeah. So Vicky's the ex-wife.
Yep.
Vicky and Gary are very cordial, though.
Yes. Vicky and Gary are somewhat.
They're very.
Vicky kind of rolls her eyes.
Yeah, she's just like fucking Gary. Like this is why I couldn't be married to Gary, but I can be friends with Gary.
Exactly.
Okay, so
like Gary is funny from a distance.
Yeah, like he watched through binoculars. Gary is a good guy.
Gary's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
but I don't want to be.
But
with
I don't want to
Gary.
be with Gary.
Like,
Gary is a hoot and a holler, but he is not worth the time. Yeah.
I can take Gary in small doses. You know, a couple hours here, a couple hours there.
Yeah, Gary is Robitussin for sure. Just like
Yes.
I got a cold, I got a little bit of a cough. Let's have a little shot of Gary. So Vicky, again, age unknown. Gary is now married to Sue, 20, who is a Vietnamese woman that he met abroad.
Yes.
Sue makes a hell of a banh mi, and always has the house smelling like some sort of like Vietnamese dish, mostly like shrimp and fish.
Yep.
Very stinky coming out of the house, but it always tastes good.
Yep.
Whenever they have dinner parties, like, Sue cooking? Boy, howdy, am I coming over? And then they have Gary and Vicky had 2 children.
Yes.
So we have Courtney, 21.
Yep.
Does not deal with Gary's shit. Just always gives it back to him. She's 21. Gary's now married to a woman 20 named Sue from Vietnam.
Yep.
Courtney has the news broken to her. Like she's just at her house when she comes home from a college break.
Yep.
And there's just this Vietnamese woman like cooking in the kitchen. She's
This
like,
young
"You hungry?
Vietnamese
You
woman
hungry?"
in the kitchen. Just all she wants is the newest iPhone. That's all she wants.
Yeah.
Like she cooks the house, she cleans.
Yep.
She looks bored, but she just
She wants the new iPhone. She wants the
She wants the new iPhone. She wants to go to nursing school. Like this is all she wants.
yeah. She wants the Kendall Jenner lip kit, or the Khloe Kardashian lip kit.
Yeah. Because she's been she's taken in a lot of American media.
Yep.
So she watches the Kardashians.
She keeps up
now.
with the Kardashians. Yeah. That's her version of American success. All right, so Courtney, 21, is just kind of, she's an adult.
Yeah.
And she looks at Gary as not an adult, and she's just like, oh my God, I have to be the big person here.
Come on.
Jesus Christ, Dad, really? Really? Sue? She's 20, Dad.
She's younger than me, Dad.
We literally talk about the same shit.
Dad, she's younger than me.
She's younger than me. Right? We had a full-scale conversation about the Kardashians today. Do you know anything about the Kardashians? I know the guy that was OJ's lawyer, right? That's his friend, Robert.
Then there's the one chick used to be the dude. Yeah, no, Bruce. I don't know Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Like, that's how he says it, too.
Yeah.
That condescending boomer dad way.
Yeah.
I know Bruce. I don't know Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Huh?
I remember that Olympic hero, Bruce Jenner. I don't know who Caitlyn is, but Bruce is a goddamn hero.
Bruce was on the Wheaties box.
Yep.
I don't know about what this Caitlyn's done. Oh, she's so brave.
Yeah, apparently she is like...
That's why I don't watch ESPN anymore.
Yeah.
So...
That's why I'm boycotting the NFL this season. They're just making these subliminal messages they're putting all over the goddamn screen. I can't take it anymore. Support our troops? Bullshit. Ruffles the paper.
Yeah. Just ruffles the paper.
He's the kind of guy that still...
I get it. The cop kneeled on him.
Exclusively gets his news from the newspaper still.
Yeah.
Where he
Okay.
just shakes it. He's just... Hey, apparently they just killed a guy in Minnesota. Apparently kneeled on his neck for a whole 8.5 minutes. I mean, I don't see what the big deal is.
He should have been resisting arrest.
Shouldn't
And
have
he
been
just keeps
resisting
going back
arrest.
to...
I'll support the Boys in Blue all the time.
I back the blue.
I'm back the blue.
He just shake the paper.
He's the hard like newspaper ruffler guy, and he always does the crossword puzzle. Yeah, and it's always like he always has the hardest times with the easiest words, and it's just like, hey Courtney, 3-letter word for furry animal that lives at home, cat.
So
It's just like something like that.
Yeah.
But he can get like the most like redundant ones.
yeah.
Like it's just like, umbrella. That would make sense. Like, it's just-
So next they have Vicky
Okay.
and Gary.
So Vicky and Gary are the two kids. So Courtney, and then they have Gary Jr. Who they call
GJ.
They call it GJ.
Yep.
Gary Jr. That's Gary's pride and joy. GJ is like that boy can do no wrong.
Yes. How old is GJ?
23.
We made him 23.
So he's a little older.
Okay, so GJ
he's out of the house.
fresh out of college.
Yeah, he's
moved
out of the house.
house.
Yeah, so they're mid. I think we decided they're kind of like an upstate New York family.
Yes.
So they're like by a body of water. They got a boat. They got a couple.
You got the boat. Got the jet skis.
Got a couple jet skis for the kiddos when they come home for summer break.
Might have a 4-wheeler.
Got a 4-wheeler to bust around. Just went ahead and put a new scope on the rifle. It's hunting season there, Bill. So the GJ is living in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, with 4 roommates, paying $2,900 a month in rent.
That sounds about right.
It's with COVID, it's probably up to like $3,800 a month.
Jesus. Yeah, it's a good deal.
It's a great deal. I live with 4 people in a shoebox.
Yep.
It's fantastic. Great bagels, though. Can't get the bagels anywhere else.
No.
It's the water. It's the water. I have a friend who lives in Florida, and
Lives in Murray Hill. In
Murray Hill, Brooklyn. I do have a friend who lives in
Murray Hill in Brooklyn? I don't fucking know.
No, I don't.
It was in Manhattan.
I think that's in Manhattan.
I'm gonna look this up.
But I got a friend who lives in Florida, like in the Tampa area, and there's a bagel shop there with a guy, and the bagel shop is literally just called Straight from New York.
Okay.
And it's one of those places that legitimately gets the water delivered to them to make the bagels
Yeah.
from like the dirty ass Hudson River. And I go, where are they getting ocean water? Because I'm pretty sure they're just digging it out of the Hudson.
Yeah.
But like the guy, apparently he goes to this bagel shop, and apparently the guy like displays the jugs of water when they come in. So he's just like when everybody says it's the water, he's just like, look, the water's right here.
I just love those.
God, it's right here.
I just love those people though that like
water.
move to like Florida from New York, but they still insist on being so fucking New York even though they left.
Yeah.
I love those guys. Like, you fucking Yankees, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the judge is in.
All rise. Eric Judge, he fucking nuked it.
I love those guys.
My whole family's like that. So it's
I know,
like,
and it's like, dude, you've lived in Tampa for like 20 years.
Dude, you've
at this
lived in
point.
Florida
like,
for 25 years. You can drop the accent. It's just like, listen, New York's a state of mind, bro.
You're trying too hard, fam.
Yeah.
You're trying too hard.
Am I? What? Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's see what happens when Giancarlo Stanton fucking pops one into center field.
You haven't been back to New York since '98. Like,
Dude,
just drop the.
You left New York because you said you just couldn't deal with the hustle and bustle anymore. You went to a retirement community. You're now retired. You own a bagel shop. And this is just your thing now.
Yeah.
Now you're to the point where you're displaying the water in the window of your bagel shop.
Took this right out the Hudson, bro.
Hey, how's that everything bagel? Salty as shit, isn't it? From the water. It's from the water.
When you lived in New York, your accent wasn't that strong.
That's the thing. Is that what's the word I'm thinking of? When you move from one place to go to another.
You immigrate?
Not immigrate.
You immigrated to Tampa.
Relocate. It's I can't even think of it, but when you relocate, you go from New York to Arizona, Florida, any of those kind of like retirement areas, warm weather states.
Yeah.
You always become. It seems like they get progressively more New York.
Oh yeah.
Just because there's no other New Yorkers around.
Yeah.
That's the thing about New York City is that if you don't have enough guys just fucking yapping back and forth at each other, you kind of miss it. You're just like, we're the boys from the block, man. I can't fuck around and yell across the street to Giorgio and just be like, hey, Georgie, how's your mother? Like, you can't do that in
Go
Tampa.
fuck yourself.
Eat a dick and die. Like, it's you can't do that in Tampa.
No.
In New York, they're just like, you two have a great day. You tell somebody in New York City to eat a dick and die, they just go, you two have a good day. Like, it's just... it just is what it is.
Oh man. So
I feel like I feel like if I lived in New York, I would feel totally at home. I live in New York State, but like every time I go to the city, I know nothing about like the subway system, but for some reason I just know where to go. I think it's like my sixth sense just kicking in, just being like, nah, we take this train, it's going to go the right way. And it always seems to go the right way.
Yeah.
Like we went to New York last summer, and the guy that we were with apparently like lived in New York for a couple of years and then took us on the wrong subway to go to Yankee Stadium. And I go, no, we're supposed to be on that train going that way. I was like, you're bringing us to Brooklyn right now. We want to go to the Bronx. We want to go that way.
You're taking us downtown, baby. We gotta go uptown.
We gotta go uptown. We gotta go to the Boogie Down. And he was just like dumbfounded. He goes, I swear this is the right train. I go, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And so
I don't think so, bro.
No. And then I just said, let's just hop the tracks, which we did. And we got on the right train. I go, well, I haven't been here in 4 years, but I fucking know what's going on.
Of course. So, you already know what's going on, bro.
I didn't know what's going on, bro.
So,
you know what it was? Is I just saw a hipster, and I was like, fuck, we're going to Brooklyn. He was wearing checkered Vans and like really, really tight jeans, and I was like, we're not going to the Bronx.
Wrong way.
And there was nobody wearing Yankee caps or like a Yankees jersey, and I'm like, we're not on the right train.
No, that is honestly what you need to look for. Same thing with Mets games too.
Look for the people.
You look for the people that are decked out in the gear.
Decked out in the gear. Queen's accents are very, very like those things are very representative of that borough too.
Yeah.
Those are more like guttural. Like it's just like fucking go to Queens, bro. Like they're super deep. Like I don't know what it is, but yeah. But anywho, so GJ is in Brooklyn. I mean, should we make this a COVID situation? So now he's like uprooted and living in his parents' basement.
He came back.
Okay,
he's working from home now.
He's working from home now. He's remote. He's working for some tech startup.
Nah, I don't think GJ's living that good.
Was he? I thought he was like a software engineer. It's like
I thought I had GJ working for one of those cold calling finance places.
No. He was a startup kid.
Okay.
He was working for like a software startup company because he was an engineer.
Okay.
He's a smart kid.
Okay, like, GJ's smart.
Yeah, smart. He's a smarty boy, and Courtney wants to be like a public relations person.
Okay.
Yeah. She was thinking she had aspirations to move out to LA, but like everything changed with COVID.
Yeah. So now she's just home.
So now she's just home, just
doing her classes online.
Yeah, finishing school. And Gary is like always at home too. So they have, what I'm trying to think of is like, what's the family game night like with Sue? Like,
with Sue?
Yeah, like they're just playing like Yahtzee, and Sue is so good at it for some reason. It's just Yahtzee.
Yeah.
It's just like, God. Yeah, and then like GJ gets like so upset. He's just like, she fucking knows the algorithm, man. Like she gets it. I don't know what to do. Like, why can't we play something easy?
Like, come to find out, Yahtzee is really, really popular in her small village in Vietnam. Just like one of the GIs brought it during the war.
It's like the only game they learned how to play.
Yeah. Like one of the GIs brought it during the war, and they just got freakishly good at it because they just sat around and played it all the time.
What if she's loading the dice?
Oh my God. She just knows how to like shake the canister.
God damn it, that's her sixth full house. How are we gonna do this? Like
she just knows like, yeah, well, it has to do with the weight of the canister. And she just bam.
Yeah.
I was like, well, the plastic canister cracked a few years back, so we had to start using an old tin can.
We just ripped the label off of a Campbell's soup can, and that's Yahtzee.
Yep, and we play Yahtzee, and she could just and then it's just all the dice are neatly stacked on top of each other. She's like, how does she do that? It's like, she's
just fucking good at this game.
It's been playing Yahtzee since some kids come out the womb dribbling a basketball. Her Yahtzee.
She's playing CeeLo out the womb. Just
clickety clack. Yeah. But I like to imagine though that one morning Bill and Tiffany wake up, they check the bank account. There's an extra $120,000 in the account.
And Bill's the conscientious financial one. Tiffany doesn't give a shit. She's just like, Bill's got the money. I just kind of do my, I just do nails on the side. Mm-hmm. So she's just like filing nails and And Bill's just like looks at her. He looks at his account. He's taking a shit. That's what I imagine. So he's taking his morning poop, and he
Checks his account.
He's just like, I should go on the old bank account there. Bills came out. Clicks the old app there, and all you just hear from the
Signs
bathroom.
in.
Yeah, signs in. You just hear from the bathroom. Holy shit! And then Tiffany's like, "You all right, Bill? Is there blood in your stool again?"
He's like, Tiffany.
Tiff. She's like, God damn
Tiff,
it, Phil,
get over here.
put your pants on first. The kids are home.
You're gonna want to blow me when you see this one.
You're gonna have to give me. You ever heard of a blumpkin? or I'm gonna have to teach you something today. But come on in here real quick. Oh, Bill, it stinks. I'll light an incense. Come on in here.
This is important. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Look at this right here. Puts the phone in her face, and she goes, Jesus Christ. Says you have $125,000 in your account. What did you do? What did you do? She's like, nothing. I literally just opened the account, and there it was. You know what? I'm going to refresh it. Still there. He just keeps refreshing the page.
Well, you know, I've always wanted a... And that's how it starts.
I always wanted a... And he's just like, me too. And then that money... Gone in the same day.
Oh my god! So next thing you know,
he keeps getting a bunch
Bill's
of 1-800 numbers getting called. He's just like straight to voicemail with those.
Yep.
Forget about that. And then every voicemail is just like, "Hey, Bill, something or other. This is National Bank of whatever. We're just letting you know that we actually put a large." Deposit into your account, and we just want to make sure that we can recoup those funds whenever we get a second. All right, have a great day. Goodbye. And just there's 15 messages just like that.
Just like that. Hey, we're calling due to a clerical error on your account. Looks like there was a rather large deposit made recently. So we're going to have to let you know that we are actually going to have to withdraw. We're going to have to clear up that error by withdrawing those funds from your account. That's a Bill gets on the phone. He's like, So about that money there. Look,
these are IOUs. They're just as good as money.
We unfortunately we used some of the money. We had to pay some bills.
Okay. And you know what? And that's understandable, sir, given the fact that we did make a very large clerical error on our part. How much money did you use by chance?
How much did you give me again? Sir, it was $120,000. Well, a little more than half
of all of the $120,000 you...
A little more than half. Well, sir, if I can pull your account up right now on the phone, it looks like there's approximately $1,293.62 left in your account, sir. According to my calculations, that's a little more than half.
It's about $119,000 worth of funds.
Yes.
They were pulled out of this account. Yeah, well.
Yeah. Listen. So what we can do here is maybe we can set up a repayment plan. If you know.
Sir, this isn't like a mortgage account. There's no compounded interest on this. This is just money you frivolously spent.
I mean, you guys are a bank. You got it.
That's not how it works.
I mean,
Yeah, isn't that you guys just got that big vaulty thing in the back? There's just a bunch of money in there. Use that.
Just take a couple $100,000 out of there, put it in the other guys.
You can't take other people's money. That's stealing and laundering.
You ever see Ozark?
You ever watch Money Talks? Make it talk.
Just make it talk. Wiggle waggle, baby. Come on. So,
just watched Wall Street the other day.
See, money never sleeps.
Comb my hair like Gordon Gekko. Let's watch him.
Bill is listening to the Scarface theme and he's combing his hair back like. I wake up every morning and I do my crunches.
Just combing his hair back. Hey, you want to get ice cream with me and my friend? That's like one of my favorite parts of that movie when you just him and what's the friend's name? Oh god, they're just sitting on the beach.
Is it like Tony or something like that?
Yeah, it's something like very very Cuban. And Tony's just like goes up to the guy. Hey, want ice cream with me and my friend?
Yeah.
The guy's like, get the fuck out of here.
He's like, no, you have to use your tongue, Tony.
Use your tongue, Tony. The girls, they love it.
They love it. Hey, gross.
Yeah.
So
girls love ice cream.
But I could see Bill just like waking up like the world is mine. He's going to his local Chevrolet dealer to get himself his local Ford dealer to get himself a new truck.
Yeah, the alarm goes off. He's like, it's pickup truck day. He's got his King Ranch ready for him. Swings the curtains open. Well, the Heat is On is playing on in the background. Heat is on.
He's going to.
Heat is on.
He goes down to old Jefferson Ford.
Actually, I was thinking, no, I think he's more of like a Billy Squire, stroke me kind of guy.
Stroke me, stroke me.
Like he pulls into the delership and you just hear the power chords. Bam, bam.
And then he says, hey, is Rick in? Like the salesman that he dealt with last time he got his last F-250 or whatever, his last F-150. And then he's like, listen, Rick, the situation's changed. I think it's time to upgrade the truck.
Oh, really? I mean, Bill, that's a hell of a motor vehicle you got there. I mean, what else we have in the lot that's piquing your fancy?
The Lariat I have now is nice, F-250, but I think F-150. But I think it's time to upgrade to something a little more cozy for Bill. I'm thinking the King Ranch. Stroke man, stroke man.
You got your number down.
So, how much does a King Ranch cost? I want to say like 70 grand.
We actually talked about this because that episode we were talking about the new Mac.
Yeah.
And like the fact that you can mod it to be a $70,000 computer.
Yeah.
Let's see, the Ford King Ranch. So you do the F-150 King Ranch, or do you want to do like the 250?
F-150. We're not getting too crazy. Well, right. No, he's going to get the 250.
He's going to get the 250.
He's going to get the big boy.
He's
F-250.
F-250 King Ranch. Let's see.
That
is a $60,000 vehicle.
Yes, So Bill decides to get a $60,000 pickup truck. So half the money's gone already.
Yeah, but it is a Super Duty.
Yeah, they got to get a couple of four-wheelers.
I can see you driving one of these one day.
Yeah, you could. I could see me driving a big-ass pickup truck.
I just feel like when like the kids get a little older, you would get like a quad cab pickup truck.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see, like one day.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Just me driving a pick-em-up truck.
When you have a little bit of gray in your beard, I'll be like, yeah, I can see it.
I just pull up in a pick-em-up truck.
Actually, I feel like you'd be more of like a full-size SUV guy, but like a big one.
Like not the bitch SUV,
no,
but like a big boy.
Like
SUV.
An Expedition. Like something gigantic.
Huge.
You would be a Tahoe. Like just
yeah.
You would look like the opening scene of a Liam Neeson movie where there's like just 3 Tahoes just pulling through and like some Russian mobster comes out. Like, you ever notice that at any of those movies, blacked out Chevy Suburbans or Chevy Tahoes circling some sort of airport.
Of course.
Pops out this stout Russian man. They start talking numbers. Maybe they're selling gold bricks. Yeah. Selling gold bricks or weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Okay. They have the conversation with a doctor or some sort of financier. They don't like what he has to say. They shoot him in the head. Beginning of the movie. Beginning of the movie. Insert title here.
Okay.
Any movie.
All right,
that
I like that.
Involves Liam Neeson.
I like that.
Or Daniel Craig.
Okay.
Stoic, older, handsome gentleman, not from the U.S. Irish or British.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they kind of have this chiseled jaw, stubble, little gray.
Okay.
Little
who are
wrinkly.
You in this movie?
Who am I?
Yeah, who are you in? Are you like the explosives expert?
Oh, of course. No, I'm definitely the guy. I'm like the hacker.
Okay, you're the hacker.
Pounding keys. I'm sweating. It's just like, have you broken through that firewall? Yeah, give me a fucking second, okay? Like and I'm just drinking coffee and I'm just shaking.
I wonder who am I in this movie?
I feel like you would be. What do you think? You'd be the guy in the middle of the movie that begins like a large transaction for the boss.
Okay.
What's that sound?
That's my fucking heater. Hold on.
Turn that goddamn heater off.
Fucking on.
Hey, hashtag basement life.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Or it's sitting right next to the fucking thing.
What are you gonna do?
God damn it. We'll probably have to pause again for a minute.
Hey, listen. You want a studio? Listen to Joe Rogan.
Good point. Good point.
You know, he's got some money to work with. All right. Mm-hmm. We're just popping out content for you.
That's it. We just roll this shit out, baby.
Listen.
So yeah. So do you hear my furnace in the background?
Yeah, you hear my furnace? You hear my baby crying? Yeah.
Yep. I just turned it off.
It's called real life.
I just turned it off.
Turned it off with your phone.
I did.
Technology.
Nestle Boys.
Hey. They are not a sponsor.
Sorry. Nestle Quick. Anyway.
Nestle Quick. Also not a sponsor.
No.
Cut the check, Nabisco. So yeah, you're like a financial guy. Like in the middle of the movie, you start cutting some like really back end. You're the wink and a nod, like put your money in the Swedish bank account guy.
Okay, so I'm just
like,
gonna talk to him. I'm just going. So listen,
like there's an FBI informant like in the room, and you're like having a conversation. You guys are kind of laughing, and you roll over a piece of paper that just says "put it in this account," or it just says "don't say this," and he's just like, "Yes,
like just
very
like,
good. Yes.
just like the room is bugged. Like I just roll over a piece of paper, just like the room is bugged. We'll talk later.
Or it just says I'm wearing a wire.
Yeah, I'm wearing a wire. Don't incriminate yourself. Yeah.
He's just like,
yeah. So how do you feel? So how's Joyce and the kids doing, bud?
Joyce is good. Joyce is doing very good.
Okay. So
I have to use the restroom.
Yeah, go ahead, bud. Right down the hallway to the left. My receptionist, the chesty blonde, she'll show you the way, if you know what I mean, right? Yeah.
Yes. I have the bowel movement very bad.
All right, bud.
All right. So that's how it works. And then I'll leave.
Okay.
And like that's your. And then you'll have another part in the movie later. You're gonna get killed. I mean, that's just.
It doesn't end well for my character.
Yeah.
Already.
You're a black guy in the middle of an action movie. You're gonna get killed.
Oh it's always like either that or I'm like the president, the hero,
the president.
It's always the black dude in the action movie,
or you're the guy from Die Hard. I can't think of his name.
Okay,
Why can't I think of the officer's name?
Well, the guy that played Officer Carl Winslow?
Yeah, well, but he wasn't playing Carl Winslow.
No, but he was.
He was playing Carl Winslow action movie version.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to create a heist film.
Or do you want to be like Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon? I'm too old for this shit.
Too old for this shit. I might be just huffing and puffing.
Actually, here's another thing too. Shit. Maybe this is something that we can kind of raise to the boys. How many more action movies do you watch during the holiday season? Because I feel like
definitely more,
way more.
Yeah.
I remember like 2 days before Christmas. I don't know what it was, but that day I took the week of Christmas like off from everything. I just like I'm shutting down. I'm just gonna basically I said to myself I'm gonna clean the house and I'm gonna make everything look great for when the family comes over. And for a full day, I got stoned and I watched action movies all day. All fucking day.
Taken's 1 through 6.
No, funny enough, I watched Taken 1 and then 2. Got bored halfway through 2 and I'm like, I know how this is going to end. Got done with that. Terminator.
Okay,
then I was like, I'm going to chill out. I made some lunch, sat back down, Die Hard.
Okay.
Right after that.
Did you watch Rambo at any point?
I didn't. And that was what I saw. But then... And I was like, all right, I need a smooth transition from Die Hard. Lethal Weapon came on right after that.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I don't know if I can do anything else. Like, I am pretty done with that day. And then as soon as I was thinking about going to bed, Heat came on.
Wow.
And I was like, whew.
So you're already a solid 8 hours.
Yeah, I have about 10 hours of action films coursing through my veins that day. So much guttural, visceral, gun shooting, macho man, sweating, bleeding, anger. And I'm just like, I am going to sleep like a baby tonight. Because I have exhausted every inch of my testosterone into this day. And it was just like, as soon as Heat came on, I was just like, whoo, I'll get some hacking, some good shit.
Oh man, I love heist films though.
I really do too.
'Cause I feel like there's always that scene in the heist film where you have to assemble a crew, and then at some point, one of the members of the crew says to the leader of the crew, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." Every single one of them.
Yep, that's true. It's just the universal heist film DNA.
Yes. You son of a... Hey, Chase, you son of a bitch. Yeah. I'm in.
Hey, Jack, you son of a bitch. Yeah.
You son of a bitch, I'm in. How the fuck you been? Haven't seen you since Congo, huh? Yeah, that job we pulled back in Congo, huh?
Is that an actual...
I made it up.
Is that a direct line from a film?
No.
I feel like I've heard it somewhere. Maybe in every action movie.
Every fucking heist film you've ever seen.
It's true. Because I was watching The Usual Suspects the other day. That's exactly what happened. It's just like, how do we rope him back in? And it's just like, there is no coke on this fucking boat. Spoiler alert, boys. There's no coke on this fucking boat.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Okay. Yeah. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Every fucking heist film.
True.
and they do this too. Like they do like the...
Yeah.
Every single one.
Slow motion, like handshake.
Handshake, but it's
handshake,
like
just like fist grab, blood sport.
Just every single one. Just fist grab. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Every single one.
I haven't watched like a really good... I mean, besides Heat, like last year, that's like the last like decent heist movie I watched.
Okay.
I haven't really watched a lot of action movies this year.
Me either.
I think it's because of how traumatic COVID has been on my psyche. I was like, I just need laughter. I've been watching a lot of comedies, a lot of like buddy stoner comedies.
Okay. Recently, I've been like rewatching Chappelle's Show.
Since they put it on Netflix, it's been like I just watched the World Series of Dice.
Okay.
Yeah, with Ashy Larry. Got that clickety clack. What was the Asian guy's name? Mr. Yen or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
It's just like it's the World Series of Dice with, was it Leonard Washington or Leonard?
Honestly, Chappelle's Show is some of the sketches don't really hold up anymore.
Some of them
are so fun. Like I just saw the Mad Real World. Still funny.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. America wants to see us live, not work. Yeah. Look at me, America. Give me a banana cognac, bitch.
I told you that. Like my roommate in college, that was his password for his computer.
Was banana cognac?
Yeah, it was banana cognac, bitch. And I think I definitely shared this story on the podcast before because he needed me to like print out an assignment for him or like log in and just like open up an assignment for him for a class because he forgot to do it and he was just like, yeah, hey man, he goes, just go on my computer real quick and he goes, just download this assignment. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. What's your password? It's banana cognac, bitch. And I'm like, are you serious? And he's just like, yeah. And I was like, awesome. I was like, I get that reference.
Yeah, like, give me a banana cognac, bitch. And then you guys are like, do we just become best friends?
Oh, he was my roommate. And I was like, oh, good. You have an infatuation with the Chappelle Show. Thank God.
Yeah.
I wasn't the only one.
No.
Banana cognac, bitch.
Yeah, but watch it. Some of those sketches.
Why don't you walk away, but rip some bacon off your back, bitch.
Well, the reparation sketch was hilarious. And the black-white supremacist.
The black-white supremacist is by far one of the funniest sketches on television ever.
Yes.
It rivals anything that Saturday Night Live's ever done.
Absolutely.
It's so goddamn funny.
It is so...
And that holds up.
So
that holds up
many
today.
levels. It is absolutely hilarious.
And just... I mean, he's a genius. He is... And the thing is, though, too, is that like obviously I'm a big Chappelle fan. He's a comedy idol of mine, but also too, it's like Neil Brennan doesn't get he definitely gets his just due, but him and Dave Chappelle like wrote those sketches together.
Yeah,
and Neil Brennan is a great stand-up comedian.
Oh yeah,
doesn't nearly have the accolades that Dave Chappelle has received, but definitely deserves more. That guy should be held in a higher, absolutely, a higher class than maybe that he is. But he's
Paul Mooney. He is Paul Mooney to Richard Pryor.
And that's, have you ever watched like old Paul Mooney stand up?
Paul Mooney was like my favorite stand-up comedian when I was like 13.
God, he's so fucking funny.
So, first of all, drop some. Okay, so my parents, I used to watch a lot of stand-up comedian when I was a kid. I grew up watching a lot.
Okay.
And I remember my dad rented from Blockbuster, what was it? Jesus Was Black and So Was Cleopatra.
Yes.
Know Your History.
Oh my God, that's so
shit
so
was
good.
so funny. So, and for the uninitiated boys, Paul Mooney was...
Don't say was, he's still alive.
No, what I'm saying, he was he was Richard Pryor's. He was like the head writer for the Richard Pryor show. Which, for those of you that don't know, Richard Pryor had his own, he had his own sketch comedy show. And they canceled it like only a few episodes into it. And I don't know if you've ever watched any of those episodes of the Richard Pryor show.
I got to be honest, I've never watched an episode of the Richard Pryor show.
I actually did watch it. And it was definitely way ahead of its time. So a lot of the shit that they were doing back then was stuff that Dave Chappelle was getting away with on Comedy Central when he did Chappelle's show. So Richard Pryor's show would have definitely fit in like 2003, 2004 when Chappelle's show was running. So
Yeah.
it was way ahead of its time. And I think it was on NBC or something in like the 70s. Like the shit Richard Pryor was talking about at that time, you could not do on network television back then.
Oh, no, not at all.
So, yeah, they got canceled not very long into production, but it was absolutely genius, like what they were doing at the time.
I'm trying to think of the first Paul Mooney stand-up special that I watched. I'm trying to find the name of it. Oh, God. He did. There was Paul Mooney's Analyzing White America, which was really funny. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. It came out in like 2002, I believe. Yep.
I just remember Paul Mooney said that people say the word nigga because it keeps their teeth white.
Yeah.
Paul Mooney is one of the funniest people ever.
When they're doing the movie reviews, when he's just like between like the two like easy talking white ladies, and he's just like in the middle, and it's just like, I found that movie incredibly racist, and it's just like they were like reviewing Barbershop, and it's just like, I just found this to be delightful, and it's just like, you ever been to a black barbershop? It's just like
niggas is selling drugs or whatever.
It's like it's a front for drugs. There's cocaine being dealt at the back. There's something they don't tell you in that movie. That's why they really need to, they're pulling the shades over your eyes. It's like
the wool has been pulled over your eyes.
It's just, he's
Paul Mooney is a national treasure.
He really is. He. Again, another guy, like there's so many comedians from like the dawn of time that just like have never gotten their just due, either because they died or because they were just they weren't so much riding the coattails, they were just in the same time as a generational talent.
But also Paul Mooney was, I think the reason why Paul Mooney never got super, super huge was probably because his comedy is very, very rough on white people.
Yeah, but
it is hilarious.
As a white person, you need to take the joke.
Sometimes you need to sit down and take your talking to.
Yeah, but it's funny.
But it is so funny.
If somebody looked at me in a serious tone and said the things that he said, I'd be like, that guy's fucking joking. Like, and if he's not,
Paul Mooney.
And if he's not, I still think it's funny. You talk to me. Talk to me mean.
There was one that he did where he talked about the White House, and he was like, it's fucked up. They named it the White House because slaves built the White House. You know his voice.
He was like, bit about the black hockey puck. Was that him?
It probably was.
Yeah,
but I just remember Paul Mooney just saying like,
somebody had I forgot. I don't remember who it was, but it had something along the lines. It's just like pretty ironic. They play with a black puck, and there's nothing but white guys out there,
just beating around a black puck.
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
Just like
I just remember his White
couldn't
House
find any
bit.
other material, huh?
Yeah, I just remember the White House bit. He was like, "Oh no, white folks, they sat around and they were just so smug about it too. Like, the niggas finished. Call it the White House."
I'm gonna have to comb through and just. I might even rent it
Okay.
and just watch a Paul Mooney stand-up special. Or do yourself a favor, boys. Go on YouTube and just search anything Paul Mooney. Even go to like the Chappelle Show and just watch the Negro Damas sketches.
Negro Damas is hilarious.
White people love Wayne Brady because he makes Bryant Gumbel look like Malcolm X. It's just such and then too, like that's the funniest thing because like everybody said that, like Wayne Brady became like America's sweetheart for like the mid 2000s. Like whose line is it anyway? And now he's like the host of Let's Make a Deal. Ironically,
Yeah. But yeah, he does commercials. He sings.
Commercials, it's just he's a white meat black man. Like he's just kind of
he's just the most unoffensive,
just clear-headed, approachable black guy you can put on television. And you know what? Perfect.
He's your neighbor.
Yeah, he's the Al Roker of entertainment. and
Wayne Brady is your neighbor. He's
is.
He's the non-threatening.
Yeah, he's the Mr. Rogers of black neighbors. Like he just is.
He's the most non-threatening black neighbor.
But Bryant Gumbel is the sports reporter equivalent of Wayne Brady.
Okay,
like,
I actually have a non-threatening black neighbor story. Well, but it's not very non-threatening. Okay, so as you boys may know, I live in a very suburban neighborhood. You know, the suburbs that Donald Trump uses as a fear tactic when he tells they're coming for your suburbs. That's where I live. Okay.
Apparently, they're coming for this cookie cutter, Stepford Wives neighborhood that you live
exactly.
in here. They. So, I like how he says they as well.
So anyway, one day, first of all, I recently moved in. You know, neighbors come to the door. Hi, we brought cookies. And I'm like, oh, hi. My name's Gerald. This is my wife. This is my daughter.
Question before you keep going.
Okay.
Have you ran into any questionable neighbors yet that you think are like actively doing drugs with the children in the house?
Not yet. No. Okay. Not yet.
There's got to be in this area that you live in.
There's definitely someone pairing
there's
white wine with Xanax.
There's a Stacy doing Xanax right now.
Oh, absolutely.
As we're recording this podcast.
The kids are in bed.
Yeah, there's a woman down the street who's watching the recorded episode of The Bachelorette, drinking white wine and popping a Xanax and just falling into infamy.
She's going to take another... Yeah, she's going to split another Xanny bar and, hey, do your thing.
We'll see how the night goes.
Yeah. But anyway... and so far, I feel like I've been received by the neighbors, specifically the ones that live across the street. It's just, a typical hardworking guy lives across the street. He seems like your typical non-threatening Negro. Until one day, I hear something going on in my front yard. I look outside, I see this rusty red pickup truck, like, kind of blocking my driveway. Like parked in the front yard, and I hear a banging, and I look outside and I see him like putting a stake in like my yard next to the driveway, and I'm just thinking like, what the fuck? Now I go grab my wife and I'm like, hey, what is this? She's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, let me go say so. So I go outside. Now, context. Things don't go well for black people when white people start sticking stuff in their lawns.
Well, that's not even just a black and white thing. That's just an every man thing.
No. But I'm just thinking, shit, it might be a cross next. Like, so
what if he lights it on fire?
Exactly. So I come outside, chest a little puffy.
Yeah.
And
putting shit in my yard, eh?
The neighbor, the one that introduced himself, like sees me. I come out and I'm like, hey. And I yelled at the guy because now he's across the street doing it in the neighbor yard. I'm like, hey, what the fuck is this? Just loudly too. dude, and when I yelled it too, dude looked a little nervous. Like the guy in the pickup truck. He's like, "Hey,
I've angered
no,
thee."
it's for snow plowing. We do it to mark so we don't hit your lawn. We just stay on the driveway." I'm like, "I don't have snow plowing." He's like, "Well, you're on the list." And I was like, "I just moved here." He's like, "Oh, you want snow plowing?" And I'm like, "Nah." I just walk in the house. He's like, "All right." And I'm like, "Get this out of my yard." And then he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll take it out."
Ironically, like I think I told you about this. Like last year, we had a stake in our yard too, and I was like, "Huh." This is and we just bought the house. We've had the house for a couple years now, but they just didn't take our names off the list because they never asked us if we wanted the snow plowing, or they never billed us or anything. So they put the stake in the yard. I go, "I think they're still gonna plow our fucking yard. All right, cool. Like plow my driveway, absolutely." So the guy starts doing it, and like I guess he like must have realized that he hasn't invoiced this address in like a year, because then he just like knocks on the door, and I just open. I see him outside and open it. And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's just like, "Yeah, I've been plowing this driveway for almost the last year, and you're not the lady that used to live here." And I'm like, "Nope." I said, "I bought this house about a year ago." He's just like, "And I never updated the contact info." And I'm like, "Yep." I said, "You've been plowing this driveway for about 6 months." And he's like, "Yep." He goes, "I can't really ask you to pay for it." And I'm like, "Correct."
This is true.
I was like, "You cannot."
This is very true.
And I said, "And the fact that you recognize that makes me want to actually have your take your services, but I'm going to politely decline." My driveway's not very big. I was like, I can handle it myself. He's like, "All right, well." He goes, "I'll just finish up." I was like, "Go right ahead. You go ahead and finish your job."
You go ahead, buddy. You go ahead.
He's just like, I was like, I didn't realize it. And I'm like, "We've just been plowing our driveway for like 6 months." And
yeah, it's just, hey, let it ride.
And that's what I was like, my girlfriend was like, "I'm going to go outside and say something." And I go, "Don't you fucking say anything." I was like, he's doing a civil duty right now. He's doing
his civil duty.
He is making my back not hurt.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know how hard it is? That's something. As somebody that's from the Northeast, you probably should just invest in. There's two things you should invest in the Northeast: a good winter hat and a good snowblower.
Yeah.
And it's just, and that's very simple.
Yeah. Pay the money, get a snowblower.
Yeah,
it will.
And get a good winter hat.
Yes.
Like something with layers.
Yes, because you're gonna need it because it gets fucking cold in this.
And not just a regular skull cap. It doesn't work. You need
so maybe that's the boys' tip we'll end on. Get a good winter hat. Get a snowblower.
Boys, you live in the Northeast. Snowblower, good winter hat.
Yes. Yeah.
And with that, we will put this one to bed because I'm a little sleepy too.
Okay, you're a little sleep
I'm
daddy.
powering down this wine because nobody else is drinking it.
No, I'm not. I prefer not to drink urine on air. That's just me. It's just me.
I will listen. I go by the policy of no wine left behind. We know this.
Yeah. So, all right, boys.
This is pairing well with my Klonopin as well. So
yeah. I can't feel my lips anymore.
Yeah. I just had a Botox injection, so
I do want to find the neighborhood mom that frequents the local pill mill. Just
I need you to do some
digging,
some clinical research around your parts because like my neighborhood it varies from like it's basically there's two sets of people, very old and very young. Like that's my neighborhood. Like people that are like a year away from in the ground, and people that are like this is their beginner homes.
Yeah. So the people that live in this neighborhood are
like
there's a lot of kids.
Established family. This is a family area.
This is a established family neighborhood, it's mostly
this is a model home, like move-in ready to go type of house,
right?
Housing development.
This is mostly families where you've got older people where they were some of the first people to move in, and now their kids are a bit older and they're moving out, or and then you got a few elderly people where it's like my kids are moved out. They never even lived here in the first place. My husband passed away, so I'm a widow now. I got a couple of those. And then I got a bunch of like families with young kids. Like the parents are in their 30s or 40s and they've got kids just like running through the neighborhood. So I've got a lot of that. Honestly, I think we're definitely the youngest people that own a home in this neighborhood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely. So, but hey.
Well, people are going to ask you, what's the new? Hey, you know what's going to happen is you're going to get one of those dads that needs a break, and he's just going to pop over and it's just like, hey, what's the haps?
Well, I've already met a few people in the neighborhood. I got my neighbor next door. He's a good guy. I'm not sharing any names. And I got the woman across the street. She's definitely older. I'd say she's in her 70s. She's retired. Her husband passed away from cancer. She's also a cancer survivor, so she takes no chances with the COVID. So we meet each other like in the street, like on opposite ends of our driveways. We talk a little bit.
So, hey, keep your distance there, bucko.
Yep.
Oh my God, Gladys.
Yeah. So. And then, the guy that lives next door, I put him in his late 40s, early 50s. He's got 2 kids.
Those are the cool guys.
Yeah. One of them has a kid like senior year of high school. The other one has a kid in college. So yeah, that's how we're. Yeah. And I'm like, I am closer in age to your oldest kid.
Wow. Wow. I'm going to show him how to smoke pot. All right.
And so he probably already knows.
Of course he knows.
It's just, I bought pot from your son. So
what if you run into the situation where he gets like, he thinks he's going to get caught and he like abides in you and he comes over and he's just like, hey, I know we don't know each other that well, but I am high as draft's pussy right now. And I cannot go into my house because my dad is going to, it's like, dude, your dad smokes pot too. He's just like, really?
I'm like, yeah.
Like, no kid realizes that until they, like, have to come to fruition with the fact that, like, yeah, your dad probably actively smokes pot right now.
How do you
think he deals with you?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just like, dude, just come in.
Come inside, get your story straight. You know what? I'd just be honest. Walk in and just be like, yeah, Dad, I'm fucking high. And he's just like, me too. Me too, son. And then they bond. And they share a joint together watching Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had that.
Oh, man.
Perfect.
Oh. I think that's the bow.
Chef's kiss.
I think that's the bow.
Couldn't do it any better.
Oh, man.
If Wolfgang Puck was here, not only would he say, this is a beautiful roast that you're making here. This is great and good. And then Gordon Ramsay would come in and just be like, this thing is so black and rich, even Kim Kardashian would marry it.
She'd fuck it. Kardashian would fuck it.
Yeah.
All right.
This cake's so dark and moist, even Kim Kardashian would marry it.
So dark and rich, a Kardashian would fuck it. So.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right, boys.
That's another low-key flex. If you want to just watch Gordon Ramsay YouTube videos and just watch him cook stuff.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's so aggressive.
Oh, it is.
But it's so
You ever watch him make scrambled eggs?
Yes, the perfect scrambled eggs. I've tried it so many times. I fuck it up every time.
I can do it.
I try.
I can do it.
I did learn how to poach an egg perfectly, though. Finally, Robert Irvine actually taught me.
I can't do that
properly,
but I can do the Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs.
They come out so good, though.
Yeah, they're so creamy. Yeah,
little chives on top. Bang.
I can do it.
Yeah,
do it real good, Daddy.
Robert Irvine on the poached egg. Something about that military background just makes everything
is so muscly.
Oh God, those shirts hurt.
Yeah.
Like
well, actually, you know how I learned how to make a turkey? Well, remember last Friendsgiving where I made the turkey? Okay. Remember how moist it was?
Butter.
Okay. Daddy learned from Sam the Cooking Guy on YouTube.
Shouts out.
And the key is lots of butter, wine.
You got to put a ton of wine.
You got to put wine in the bottom of the tray, but also you have to brine your turkey. You can't just throw a turkey in the oven. Like, it's going to dry the fuck out.
With chicken, too. Like, you just put it in some type of, like, salt brine.
Yeah, you got to brine it because it's got to... Basically, it's got to suck all that liquid back into it. And that's what the salt does. It just seals it all in.
Use that pink Himalayan sea salt.
You just rub that bitch down and throw. So I think this
Tuck her
time around,
away.
I'm gonna do is just rub that bitch down in salt, in like kosher salt, and just pop her in the fridge for like 2 days uncovered.
Suck it out.
Just suck it all in, baby. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Make me hungry.
Yeah. Make you horny too. Yeah. Fuck.
I
Yeah, you horny, baby.
This week, like the week leading into Thanksgiving, you then kind of look at your schedule. I mean, COVID makes things a little bit different, but you realize how much turkey you're going to be eating over the next week and a half, and like it's making me exhausted.
Oh yeah.
Like the turkey itself has the tryptophan, which makes you
Oh, yeah.
tired.
But also-
I'm just thinking about how many times I'm going to eat it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, fuck.
I know, especially when you have to go to like that one aunt's house and the turkey is dry as fuck.
I haven't had that in so many years. I've been blessed that I found a woman whose family can cook, especially her grandparents. Like we usually have Thanksgiving at the grandparents' house. They're not doing it this year because of the COVID reasons.
Okay.
So we're now changing plans. So hopefully this turkey doesn't suck.
Okay. Whose house? You're going to your mom's house this time?
No,
Okay.
her sister's house.
Okay.
Apparently the sister's boyfriend is making the meal.
Okay.
He's a good cook though, so
Okay.
I'm pretty.
One year I'm gonna fry the turkey. Like I'm gonna get one of those fryers, do it in the backyard.
I do want. I've never had. No, one time I've had a fried turkey, and it was pretty good.
I've had a fried. Honestly, it's the best turkey I've ever had. Is a fried
You
turkey.
ever had a turducken? I've had it once.
I've never had a turducken.
Pretty cool.
Okay, I'll try it. Just never had one.
The duck makes fatty in the middle.
That
All
sounds
right.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
boys.
get outta here.
Let's
I'm gonna-
skedaddle.
I'm starting to drool.
Yeah. Okay.
So we will we'll rendezvous say next week. We'll say around let's say around Tuesday night.
Okay.
We'll do that.
all right.
And we'll go ahead and we'll just do this whole damn thing all over again.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Go cop a t-shirt over at teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys. Several sweatshirts available for you to partake in.
Yeah.
In basically every color you can imagine.
Yeah.
Also to like, review, and subscribe on all the major platforms. YouTube has full episodes every week. Video, I basically like. Well, once we get a decent enough setup, we'll probably end up doing some sort of video. We just haven't
Yeah.
really figured it out yet. We gotta,
Yeah.
master the audio and then master the video.
Exactly. Master your own Bayesian, boys.
Yeah,
Boys.
we're audiovisual boys,
Audiovisual boys.
and we'll see you next week. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.
Bye.
It's like they can see you waving.
I know. I'm waving at the microphone like they can. Like you know what? Dude, just leave me alone.